To buy Madden 22 coins for the 100% cheapest price on the internet with quick delivery, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa's a family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be upgrading to an LTD player absolutely free and showing how you watching this can do the exact same thing. But before we get into that good stuff, I think I owe you guys something.
Why are you the way that you are?
So I guess that was a bit of a thank you for 125k subscribers. Comment down below what I should do for 130k, and maybe I'll do the most like comments. And hit that sub button, man. I'm straight up embarrassing myself on the internet. The least you can do is hit that sub button. Now, like I said, fellas, in today's video, we are going to be upgrading to an LTD player absolutely free and completing kind of like a lateral upgrade, I would call it. Now, the player that we're going to be using as an example in today's video, and actually doing in today's video, is Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson, as you guys can see, I've got his 96 overall player when he's powered up. AP, one of my favorite running backs of all time, really good stats on the card, but from an economical perspective in Madden 22, there is zero reason why I should have this card on my team. And as I do so, I'll be explaining to you guys why this is a very smart economical decision, as well as how you guys can do this with a bunch of other players on your team. What I did earlier is I did a very similar move to go ahead and get Marlon Humphrey. I believe I got rid of my Ty Law card, went ahead and got Marlon Humphrey, and the reason why I did that is because the LTD players right now, so Isaiah Simmons, Derrick Henry, Marlon Humphrey, and Ricky Williams, are all selling at ridiculously cheap prices. And as we take a look at the prices of all those players, basically all those 96s are selling at a price of under the going rate for training of a 96 overall. But the thing about those cards is, as you guys know, instead of having a training value attached to them, they have a coin quick sell value attached to them. And what that means is that the going market for training right now has basically zero effect on the prices of the cards, because unlike regular players like AP or like any other card you see in Madden, most cards have a training value. So depending on how the trading market is, that's going to determine the price of the card. But with those LTDs, they're only attached to the coin quick sell value, which gives them a very different, I guess, like value calculation. And right now, as we take a look at the market, training is actually relatively expensive. So using AP as an example right here, as you guys will see, I'm gonna list this card up for a price of around like 330k. Keep in mind, this is a 95 overall. So AP, we put him up on the block for 330k. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on into my marketplace, and I guarantee you guys Ricky Williams is gonna be cheaper than the AP card, even though he's 1 overall higher. So yeah, as you guys will see right here, we'll filter it down by 96 overall Ricky Williams, and of course we're gonna be snagging him live in the video. As you guys will see, 285k for a 96 overall. If you guys will remember, the 95 overall, that card was selling for a price of like 330k. The AP, who's a lower overall, is selling for a higher price than Ricky Williams, who's a higher overall. So we literally made coins by getting LTD Ricky Williams, who actually has better stats than the AP card. As you guys will see, we're gonna put Ricky Williams into the lineup right here. We'll be able to sell off the AP power up. I'm thinking I might power up Ricky in the future. And as you guys will see, Ricky Williams is up to a 98 overall, 96 speed, 95 excel, 98 break tackle, 98 trucking, but that's not the main point of the video. The card has very good stats. So just taking a look at the Ricky Williams, Derrick Henry, Marlon Humphrey, and Isaiah Simmons cards, I would say all those players are basically like top 1, maybe top 2 at their position. They're basically the best cards you can get. And what I strongly urge you guys to do is sell off any players you have at those positions that are selling for a similar price as Marlon Humphrey. So what I did at my cornerback spot is what I decided to do is I sold off, I want to say, my 95 overall Ty Law card. He was solid. I was a decent player, but he was selling for a price of like 300k. I want to see, as you guys will see right here, we'll go down by overall. You guys will probably be able to see it right here. So Ty Law selling for 314k. I picked up Marlon Humphrey, and he was cheaper than the 95 overall Ty Law, and he's got better stats. So what I urge you guys to do is take advantage of the fact that the training market right now is selling for a more expensive price than the LTD market. And what that allows you to do is, if you have like a 95 overall player starting, even like a 94 overall player starting, you can sell off that card and make an upgrade to an LTD who's currently super underinflated when it comes to prices. Okay, so that's kind of reason number 1 as to why you guys want to make these upgrades. In the short term, it's good because you're going to be making some coins, and you're going to be getting a player that was better than you had before. Ricky Williams, he's got better stats than AP, and he's literally cheaper than him. So there is zero reason why I shouldn't go with Ricky Williams. But reason number 2 why these LTDs are a solid investment is because typically with LTDs in Madden 22, these players, they retain a lot more value. And there's 2 reasons why that's the case. Now, reason number 1, just using Ricky Williams as an example right here. Ricky Williams, we just bought him for 285k, and the floor, the minimum that this card will go for is, I would say, like 275k. Now, the reason why that's the case is because the card has a quick sell value of 250k. So what you basically do to figure out the cheapest price the card would go for is tack on like 250k plus the tax there. Tax on a card for 250k is like 20,000 coins, which means the cheapest this card will probably go down to is 270k at the minimum. If he goes under 270k, there's zero reason to sell him. You would just quick sell him instead. So basically that means the minimum price of the card is 275k. And if you guys remember, we just bought him for 285. So that basically means that, let's say for example, I use Ricky Williams on my team for the next 3 weeks, for the next month, let's say. After that month period, when I sell the card off or I quick sell him, I'm only losing like 10 to 15k in value. And you guys might be wondering, okay, 10 to 15k in value, is that a lot? Is that a little? Well, let me use a couple other players as an example. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the clock back to a month back in Madden. Roger Craig came into the game, Keyshawn Johnson came into the game, and Roger Craig, as we take a look at his price chart right here, you guys will see the card has dipped down in price from when he came out to now. I want to say he's down a fair amount of coins. The 94 overall Roger Craig, right now, as we take a look at his price, 94 Roger Craig, up for a price of around 200k, it looks like. And I want to say when he came into the game, he was up for like 300k. I should be showing up a chart on the screen right here that's going to show you what he was going for. Honestly, it could be more than 300k. So let's say, for example, you bought Roger Craig a month ago, you wanted to sell him off, you would lose about 150k in value by just having the card on your team and the card depreciating in value. And again, Keyshawn Johnson, I believe, is going to show a very, very similar story. I want to say the card went down in price like 150k over time. So these two cards are very good examples to show you guys that a month ago, when these cards came into the game and were some of the best players in Madden, if you bought them then, their price went down a lot. Now, this is a good example of what would probably happen with someone like Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson, as you guys know, if I didn't sell him off right now, and let's say, for example, I kept him my starting running back, and I wanted to sell him off a month later, what would happen is he would probably have gone down in price by like 100k, by 150k, and I would have lost a lot of coins there. Whereas by making this upgrade and getting Ricky Williams, I A, make a little bit of coins by switching from AP to Ricky, and B, Ricky isn't going to go down in price in a month, in 2 months. It doesn't really matter because he's got that quick sell value of 250k, which means the card is basically guaranteed to not go down. So I hope that gives you guys like a decent explanation as to why these cards are very, very good value players to get. I personally recommend, if you got a higher overall team, you want all four of them on your team. Marlon Humphrey in particular is probably like the easiest and most attainable one to get. Marlon Humphrey is up for like 290k, I want to say. Corner is a position where you probably need a lot of players. So what I recommend you do is just sell off your best corner and get Marlon Humphrey. Your best corner, I guarantee you, whoever it is, whoever your best corner is, if you go ahead and keep him on your team for a month, he's going to go down in price a ton. Whereas if you sell him off right now, and let's say, for example, the card's going for like 300k and you can get Marlon Humphrey for free, I guarantee you Marlon is A, probably going to play just as good, if not better, as your number one corner, and B, he's going to retain a lot more value. So yeah, if you guys are in a position to pick up LTD players, I honestly recommend you sell off your starters and get LTDs, particularly if your starters are selling for basically the same price as your LTD cards are right now. My starting corner was up for 300k, my running back was up for 300k. There is no reason why I shouldn't upgrade to these players. They have better stats and they retain a ton more value. So hopefully that video was helpful. As you guys can see, we start off where we were at the beginning of the video, and we get an LTD player that A, has better stats than AP, and B, is going to have a lot more long-term value. I might power the card up in the future. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with him right there, but yeah, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hopefully it wasn't like confusing or anything like that. Just a very, very simple explanation, in my opinion, as to why these LTDs are a must, particularly if you're a higher overall team. If you're a lower overall team, okay, I get it. Maybe you don't have players that are selling for a similar price as the LTDs. It would take you a lot of coins to upgrade. But if you're a higher overall team with like 94s, 95s, and you got like a 94 overall corner, a 95 overall corner selling for like 250 to 350k, there is zero reason to not sell them off, get those coins, and get Marlon Humphrey with the coins you just got. It's basically a free upgrade to an LTD, and then instead of holding onto that corner who maybe goes down to 150k in a month, maybe goes down to 125k in a month, Marlon Humphrey is guaranteed to stay at the price that he's at now, and he might actually go up as well, because these LTDs, they're no longer in packs. So honestly, wouldn't be surprised if we see them up over what they are right now in the future. As you guys can see, we are still holding on to Derrick Henry, still hoping that man's gonna go up. He's at like 324. Went down a little bit today with Jalen Hurts. I think a lot of people kind of panic sold off their card when they saw Jalen Hurts coming out, but yeah, I'm expecting the cards hopefully gonna continue to go up. I have no reason to sell him right now. I got 700k. I got plenty of coins, so I am not gonna be selling the card off. I have diamond hands, I have gold hands. No way we're selling him until he's at a higher price. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Peace.